Air power will play a major role in the exercise, and helicopters like these will have an important part when the war games begin later next week. Altogether, several hundred aircraft are involved, including helicopters, conventional airplanes, and high-performance jets. In fact, so many aircraft are involved that airspace will be restricted to civilian aircraft in an area of more than 7,000 square miles, an area which will be utilized by the military aircraft during the height of the exercise. Airspace will be restricted from March the 23rd until March the 28th in an area bounded by Oakland, Eden, Bertram, Belton, and Walnut Springs, a region which generally stretches from San Angelo on the west to the Waco Temple area on the east. More than 23,000 men are scheduled to participate in this exercise, the first of its kind since 1965. And the reason such a large-scale military exercise can be scheduled now is that the men and the equipment are available due to the withdrawal of U.S. forces from Vietnam. Jack Hill, Channel 8 News on the Move.
I favor an interim speaker for a number of reasons, because there is going to be a large turnover in the next session of the legislature, and for the reason that there are a number of candidates that are aspiring to be speaker who will not have a chance to meet everybody and not have a chance to work with those candidates that will be serving in the next legislature, new members.
Who would you support as interim speaker?
I could support DeWitt Hale. I've known him for many, many years. He's qualified. He's fair.
I support the election of a permanent speaker simply because of the problems we're going to face, both in financing the primary as well as new appropriations and possible taxes for them. You can maybe not listen quite so strongly to and favor actions of someone whom you know is not going to be in that position in another session. Although I'm not pledged to anybody at this point, unless the picture changes, if we do face electing a speaker, which I think we will, I would favor Raymond Price.
Citizens of Arlington turned out in droves this morning for the grand opening of the city's newest amusement attraction. Seven Seas was officially welcomed into operation with a gala parade through downtown Arlington and an opening address by Arlington Mayor Tom Vandergriff. The mayor spoke with deep pride and affection for the citizens of Arlington.
It's been some 3 years since we decided the theme of that park should incorporate something foreign to this section of ours, and that, of course, would be sea life, the oceans of the world.
The $9 million Sea Life Park is expecting 1.5 million customers in their first year of operation. Today's crowd was expected to exceed 10,000. The park exhibits attractive displays from the 7 seas of the world. Holding special interest are the fish and sea animals, which can be viewed from attractive amphitheaters. Other shows include Japanese entertainment in a huge pagoda and an iceberg ride through the Arctic. The park will be open each weekend through June 3rd, then open daily until Labor Day. This is Bob Shouse for Channel 8 News on the Move.
think they're neglecting stories for shock. I don't like that as much.
Are you talking about shock with violence or sex or what?
Yes, rather than stories. So, but that'll soon wear out. I think they'll have to start making real stories, real human being stories again, and about people rather than about the shock value.
Mr. Warhol, you sort of represent a sign of the time, so to speak, in movies. Do you think you're going to go out of style, your type of movies?
We're out of style already.
You're out of style. Why is that?
Well, because things happen so quickly.
What would you say is in style now?
Well, anything that's a hit.
I think that now that the trial is over, that we can go ahead and proceed with financing the primaries. I feel like he will call a session, only submit the one subject for the financing of the primaries, so that we will be able to meet and pass that one bill.
How long do you think that would take?
We could do it in 3 days to a week at the most would all be necessary. It would be there would not be a tax bill necessary. Now, if he opens the subject up to general appropriations, obviously we're going to have a tax bill of some magnitude.
Is your main concern for the Mexican-American community, or is it Dallas and the state, or what?
No, sir, it is for, in my district, we have 4 distinct ethnic groups, the Anglo, the Black, the Mexican-American, and the American Indian, and those are the people that I will try to represent to the best of my ability. Another thing, let me add that I am not running as a factional candidate at all. I am running to represent all people for the district, the county, and the state of Texas.
Are you militant?
I don't know. A lot of people have considered me militant. They've considered me an agitator or what have you. Even I've often been labeled controversial, but then that's quite an honor because Jesus Christ was controversial. He was labeled controversial, and that's quite an honor to be placed in his parallel.